Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how do you do? May God bless you today. Okay, before we start our presentation, let's pray together. Finish. Well, today I would like to presentation about introduction to psychology, and I will try to answer questions in the exercise that our guidance counselor has given us. Psychology is the science of behavior and mental process. This means that psychologists conduct experiments and use other scientific methods to understand better the action and thought of humans and animals from the activity of a single nerve cells to the working of memory and to the social conflict in a complex society. Wilhelm Wundt, a physician and psychologist, used the methods of laboratory science, especially experiment, in an effort to identify the basic elements of human consciousness, subfields of psychology. In home, children are abused and spouses are battered. In schools, there are fights and even shooting. Streets are the scene of murder and rape and conflict between demonstrators and police. In some countries, rival militias clash that squat truth and kill political opponents, and there is an endless procession of wars, large and small, experimental and cognitive psychology. For example, study such basic components of behavior and mental process as perception, learning, memory, motivation, and emotion, as well as judgment, decision making, and problem solving. Social psychologists study how people influence one another, especially in group developmental psychologists describe this change and try to understand their causes and effects throughout the lifespan. Wilhelm Wundt and other early psychologists such as Edward Titchener and Hermann Ebbinghaus use the term experimental psychology to distinguish their laboratory work from the endeavor of philosophers and others who thought and speculated about consciousness, memory, and other psychological matters but performed no experiment. Now I will try to answer question in the exercise. In exercise A, Write out of the text nouns having the endings nes, science, tion, tai, is. Translate them into Russian. In is psychology, сознание, специализация, шестви, агрессия, личность. Now B. Write out of the text adjective having the endings less, aus, eal, each, al, full. Translate them into Russian. 1. Мирный, individually, биологический, физиологический, старший. C. Write out of the text the sentence with grammar construction. A. Practical 1. In translate to Russia, причастие 1. B. Participle 2. Translate to Russian, причастие 2. C. Grown. Translate to Russian, grandi. And D. Infinitive. Translate to Russian, infinitive. E. Modal verbs. Translate to Russian, modalny gлагол. D. Read the text more carefully and complete the sentence. Number 1. Psychology is the science of behavior and mental process. Number 2. Psychology conduct experiment and use other scientific methods to understand better the action and thought of human and animal from the activity of a single nerve cell to the working of memory and to the social conflict in a complex society. Number 3. Psychologists research to encompass hundreds of other phenomena from color blindness and racial prejudice to severe depression and job satisfaction. Number 4. Psychologists expanded the range of their. Number 5. Psychology has numerous areas of specialization or subfields. Number 6 is basic components of behavior and mental process as perception, learning, memory, motivation, and emotion, as well as judgment, decision making, and problem solving. And then continues. Now exercise on test 1. Supply the preposition where necessary in, on, to, for, of. Number 1. You have entered of the world of psychology where scientists search to answer to many fascinating questions. Number 2. Wilhelm Wundt used the methods of laboratory science, especially experiment, in an effort to identify the basic elements of human consciousness. Number 3, the particular aspect of violence. Some psychologists study illustrates of difference in the subject matter of psychology subfields. Number 4, the study of violence might focus on the effect of high temperatures on aggressiveness, or how information people recall about other people might affect the probability of physically attacking them. And number 5, while some psychologists seek laws to govern the behavior of people in general, personality psychologists focus on the characteristics that make each person unique, and then continues. And test number 2, complete the sentence given below using the following words and word combination. Number 1, Wilhelm Wundt and other psychologists use the term experimental psychology to distinguish their laboratory work from the endeavors of philosophers and others who talk and speculated about consequences, memory, and other psychological matters but performed no experiment. Number 2, psychologists conduct experiments and use other scientific methods to better understand the actions and thought of humans and animals from the activity of single nerve cell to the working of memory to the social conflict in a complex society. Number 3, Wilhelm Wundt, a physician and psychologist, use the methods of laboratory science, especially experiment, in an effort to identify the basic elements of human consciousness. Number 4, as a result of the diversity, psychology has numerous areas of specialization or subfields. And number 5, streets are the scenes of murder and rape, and conflict between the monsters and police, and then continues. And test number 3, class, give the extensive answer to this discussion question. Number 1, what is psychology? Psychology is the science of behavior and mental process. Number 2, what was Wilhelm Wundt, a physician and psychologist? Number 3, what was Edward Titchener, a psychologist? Number 4, what was Hermann Ebbinghaus, a psychologist. Number 5. When was the first formal psychology laboratory established? In 1879 in Leipzig, Germany. Number 6. What subfield does psychology have? Violence in society. Number 7. What happened with Rodney King, an unarmed African American motorist? And number 8. Why did an all-white jury in the officer state trial find the officer not guilty of assault? Because when live broadcast showed part of Los Angeles exploding in riots. And then continues. Well, that's my presentation. I hope all of you can understand what I'm saying, and I also try to answer the exercise. I hope my answer is in line with what our guidance counselor means. Thank you for your attention. Stay healthy, enjoy your day, and don't forget to answer our exercise. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.